Hi Banjo Pals. Well, it's time to start picking the old 5-string banjo. So I'm going to teach you the thing that I learned when I was first learning to play, and that's the alternating roll. And it's interesting because working on this course for you guys made me realize that this alternating roll really is kind of built into the bluegrass roll, and you do use it a lot. So it's not just an anachronism, it's actually a pretty cool thing. And it's a great way to start. So we're going to start on the open G. And you've got either your pinky or your ring and your pinky anchored. And this is really important. Make sure your hand's not floating. You need to have an anchor. I've got my pinky anchored. And it's the alternating roll, so we're going to start off with the thumb playing the 3rd string. Index is going to pick up on the 2nd. Thumb grabs 5, and middle grabs the 1st string. It sounds like this. So as you start to pick for the first time, one thing that we're going to be working on all throughout this course is you want to make sure your fingers don't go too far past the string that they're playing. So you don't want to like pluck the string and move your hand way up. You want to keep your finger close to the string. So after it's done its job, it kind of gets right back into position and gets ready to do it again. Same thing with your middle finger. So your fingers never stray too far from the string. So in this alternating pattern, we're going to start on the 3rd string and go 3, 2, 5, 1, and then 4, 2, 5, 1. So it sounds like this when you put the two parts together. So we can use that over the chords we just learned. So let's grab that D7th chord, our very first fretted chord, and finger that chord. We're going to do the same pattern where we go 3, 2, 5, 1, 4, 2, 5, 1. So if we put those two things together, it sounds just like this. So I'm going to play that pattern, and then I want you to play along with me. We'll do a call response thing. I'll play it first, a bar of G and a bar of D7th, and then you answer me with a bar of G and a bar of D7th, and then we'll do it again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, that's your first alternating roll over a G chord and a D7 chord. So we can use the same pattern going from G to C. Really the pattern works on all the chords. So let's revisit that on a C chord. If you grab your C chord, you're going to play, in this case, let's see, we're going to do this exactly the same pattern. So it's going to be 3, 2, 5, 1, 4, 2, 5, 1. So it's just the same. Do the same thing. We're going to go G to C, and I'll play a bar of G, a bar of C, and then you can answer me with a bar of G and a bar of C. And just to say it, if this is too slow or too fast for you, there are tools on the site to either speed it up or slow it down. So let's give it a try. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your turn. So that's the basic of the alternating roll over a G chord, a C chord, and a D7th chord. Now I know that most bluegrass banjo, it's very strange to see someone playing a bluegrass banjo without their picks on. But to me, it's a really useful way to get into the instrument because when I first started, I felt like the picks were such a barrier to entry for me. They were just uncomfortable, and I felt like I just couldn't really get close to the instrument, coming to it as a fingerstyle guitar player, which is where I started. So that's why I think it's really important to start this way, where you can really feel the instrument and really feel your fingers on the strings and feel what's happening as you pick the banjo. And I'm the proud owner of one of Earl Scruggs's banjos. I have his Vega Soloist banjo. And when I first got it, his son Gary told me, he pointed out the wear on the head and said, well, that wear is because Dad used to love to sit on the couch in front of the television and just pick his banjo with no picks on. So I think that that's really good validation for the idea of starting with no picks just to get a feel for the instrument and doing that alternating roll, which, as you're going to see, coming right up in a few short lessons, is the fundamental piece of the B section of Cripple Creek. So practice that alternating roll and stay tuned for more fun.